So here are most of the comics, all but one, that I got in the month of August. I don't know why my brain does not like think what month it is immediately like that on like, snap my fingers. Just gotta because I almost said September, but all the comics I got in August except for one because one wants to take forever to come in. I ordered it later than the others, but anyways, let's get into it. What's kind of annoying about that one is it was one that I had like a few dollars left over, so it was an exact amount too. And if I had known about the book beforehand, which I should have done, you'll get more information when I show it. Basically, I was looking up an author and seeing all his work, and I guess he just did a cover because he's Scotty Young. I was looking up Scotty Young's work, and I found out Burnouts is you must send like a variant cover for Burnouts. I don't know. That's the one book that hasn't come in yet. And I found out it's Dennis Culver, and it's the only thing he's done for Image, and it was under $10, so why not get it? But I could have gotten it with another book. Ironically enough, with a Scotty Young book that I got this month. But let's get on to the first few books, which are going to all be floppies. Actually, the first 9 books are floppies. One's a 7-issue series, so it was supposed to be 9 issues, but they only got 7 of them. I wonder if anybody who really knows their stuff will be able to know what that is, just by me saying that. But first up, we got Mike Carey's bargain-sized, one-sided bargains. This was one that I put off for forever because I knew it was going to be like a floppy. I knew it was a single issue, and I was kind of like, well, I might just get on the Kindle. And it's the only thing that Mike Carey has done, except for an anthology series that he just did like a few stories of. Maybe a few, I think it's just one. I don't think it's the whole thing, but it was 3 volumes of that. I think it might have actually been 4 volumes of the same anthology series. I just could not afford to get this month. But anyways, the illustrators are Mike Perkins, Paul J. Holden, thank you, Wind from the fan for doing that, and Michael Gaydos. But all stories are written by Mike Carey. And all of it is also in black and white. So an anthology story, but all the stories are written by Mike Carey. And does it say pages, remember? It did. So over 60 pages a book. I think it's actually 64. It makes sense, because that looks like the same size as those in the 90s when Marvel did that. I think late 80s maybe even. But they did those 64-page annuals where it had several stories in it. You had the main story, but then you had like some backups. I always thought that was cool to do. Like even like Spider-Man, you get like maybe like a Punisher story or a Captain Universe issue or a story in there. It wasn't all just purely Spider-Man. I don't think Punisher, but I remember there being like it wasn't just Spider-Man. And maybe you get like a little Peter kind of thing where it was him as a kid and it was drawn in the style of Sunday strips, which I thought was pretty cool. But Mike Carey's one-sided bargains. Did I get it for a bargain? I honestly do not remember. I did. I got it for a very good price. Actually, undercover price. Which I think eBay really needs to get on that. Like, there needs to be, no, it needs to be a seller. I don't know why I'm saying eBay needs to get on that, like eBay is in charge of that. But a lot of the books I get from eBay, especially new releases, when you factor in shipping, I'm paying more than the cover price. Now, it's worth it for releases I get early, because Amazon is 2 weeks behind. In one case, they're actually 3 weeks behind on one book. It's really weird. I don't know if there's a warehouse issue, but one book that I got like already, The Hive, which you'll be seeing soon here, that you won't get till September 16th from, unless you get on the Kindle, but you want a physical copy from Amazon Prime, which, no, you have to wait until September 16th. And you'll see why I'm saying no and why I'm being like kind of like, there's 2 books I got from Amazon that are in pretty poor condition. Not like awful condition, but like this is why no one likes buying books from you. At all. So the next one, I'm kind of pissed because I thought this was written by Eric Powell. This is 6 that is written by Michael Avon Oeming and Daniel Berman. Now, it still is a book that I wanted. It still looks kind of like up my alley. Hey, Michael Avon Oeming. Yet another book to add to my Image collection from Michael Avon Oeming. But the only thing that what was his name? Eric Powell. The only thing that Eric Powell does here is pinups. That's it. And just a stupid, like, okay, would I have gotten a book or would I have gotten anything else instead? Probably not. Like, this was a pretty tight, oh nice, Stevenson has one that I don't have. That's epic. It was an Eric Stevenson book that I don't have. Nice. I don't know what it is. It just says issue 2. It's real helpful. It was also September 2004, so I don't think it's anything that I own. But anyways, 6, Michael Avon Oeming. And like on cue, my throat closes up the second I start talking. And no, I don't know why. Alright. So that's 6, Michael Avon Oeming, David Berman. Oh, artist's joy. Pencils by Ethan Beavers. Inks and cover by Oeming. And that's it. Yeah, pinups. And it's a bunch of names, too. It's not just Eric Powell. But the eBay and Amazon both said, oh, yeah, no, this is Eric Powell. Can you specify? And it was a floppy, but can you specify? No. Cool. I don't think I wasted money or anything like that, but it's just kind of like, I would not have felt the need to get this if that was the case. Again, it doesn't matter because, again, like I said, if anything, I got it because Michael Avon Oeming. I wasn't, I mean, it'd be nice if this is the only thing I needed left from Michael Avon Oeming. And also, both these are one-shots, too. One-sided bargains and 6. Alright, now for the 7-issue series. That was supposed to be 9 issues, but is only 7. And that is Star Signs by Saladin Ahmed. This was a long time coming because, number 1, I kept forgetting about it completely. And then 2, when I did remember it, I think the last time I remembered it, I was like, maybe I couldn't afford to get it. So I knew it was, after a while I kind of figured it'd be canceled, and sure enough, issues 8 and 9 have been canceled. Now sometimes, I don't even know what canceled means for Image, because there is a series that says it was canceled, but it wasn't, because you have Volume 2, which has those issues that were canceled. So what I'm hoping is what it means is that the release date has been canceled, and they have no release date yet. So if anything, this series is on hiatus. Now, do I want it coming back next month when I just bought this, and now I'm like, oh, well, do I get the floppies, or do I just get the trade, and then it's just, like, if I get the trade, this is $12 wasted. Yeah, there was that I'm thinking of too. But for now, it looks like there's not going to be any continuation of Star Signs, which is a shame because it was a 9-issue miniseries. We would have had a trade by now. Alright, so I'll show all the covers, but I'll only show the artwork for book 1. So, issues 1, 2, and there was a seller that had 8 issues, but it was you got a variant cover for issue 1. So you got the original cover and a variant cover. 4, 5, 6, that's gonna fall, 7. Yeah, I don't know why, but floppies, they have like I don't want to say slippery, but the more you stack, and I get it, it's the material they're made out of, but it's like, I can stack them, it's almost like I can stack them no problem, but then I stack one more, and then it's like a complete avalanche. Like, not just that book falls off, but the rest of them too. Hence the term avalanche. So it's not just the fact that, yeah, it makes sense. I mean, this is, like, new Mylar, too, like, brand spanking new. Like, the seller obviously put care into it. I don't know what I was trying to say there. Alright, so this whole entire series is written by Saladin Ahmed. Art is done by Megan Levins. And then colors is Kelly Fitzpatrick. That's it. But edited by Heather Ontos. Those of you in the comic book community will know who that is, especially if you follow those or used to follow those certain creators. I know I did. Here you go, star signs. But this one, so the other one was that Saladin Ahmed did was called. It's actually on the back here. Terror War. Again, for the longest time, I thought that Star Signs was coming out too. But now I have everything Saladin Ahmed did for Image, which is kind of nice to know. But again, like, no issues 8 and 9. Kind of disappointing. Alright, so we got all those issues. So now on to the trades. And the first one is one of the ones I got from Amazon that I waited a long time for, just for it to have a couple blemishes I really don't like at all. I almost got a brand spanking. I almost got a replacement, but I was like, is it gonna come in any better condition? So you got a little tear here, which is this is the blemish I care the most about. Shelf wear, fine. Like this little thing here, that's fine. Whatever. If it has to be a blemish, I mean, like I want my books to come in complete condition. I want my graphic novels to come in completely perfect condition. Like if I'm buying new, I should get new. And this I paid full price for too. But to be fair, like I will give credit where it's due. This is an older book, and it probably was in the warehouse for a long time. But you see, it's a little like tear here, and like, come on. But what's good about that is the tear doesn't show on the book itself. It does show on the book itself. But when you get to the main story, it's very, very, very small tear. So that was kind of like, well, I was like, all right, I'll keep it. And plus, there's a small tear on the bottom of it, and it was used very good, but still a small tear on Impaler Volume 2. So I was like, all right, I'll keep this one. This was one that is written and I believe like completely drawn and colored by Brendan Peterson. But this was one I found out on a pirate site. So I think I can say it now. Like everyone does it. You know, your boy Zach shows when he's doing his comic book reviews. He literally has the same website that I use. And the only, like, I honestly, I don't even use it. I just have a bunch of tabs open on my laptop, and I keep saying, one day we will get on those books. It's usually just books, like, I know that I'm not going to want to spend, I'm not going to spend money on, but it's just, I can't afford to get these books, so get there. But they have a random comic tab, and I found the Arcanum, and it was Image. I was like, oh, wow, Brendan Peterson, let's see if this is the only thing he's done for Image. It's not. He's done some other stuff, but I think this is the only thing that's not related to Spawn or whatever. And there's a one-shot called Misery that I keep associating with Spawn because of the new series. But honestly, no indication. But anyways, okay, so you don't care about the lettering. So this collects all 8 issues plus the half issue of Arcanum. So, created, written, and penciled by Brendan Peterson. I don't know who the color artist is. It's not indicating it. Here it is. Inks. So I'm just gonna assume that this is the same, the entire book. Inks by Joe Weems V, with ink assists by Marco Madman Gali and Joe Livesay. Colors by Richard Eisenoff. I actually do recognize that name. But once you get to this part of the book, and it's not even that like far into the book, there's no indication there's anything wrong with it. To be fair, it's not that big a blemish, but it's annoying. And it looks ugly too, like especially when you open it to the book right here. It's all black. And honestly, I don't know how tears like that happen. It wasn't like me putting a knife into it and doing it myself. No, it was a regular Amazon. If you know how Amazon does their stuff. It's their usual like white, blue, that kind of thing. Where it's like it's mostly white, and there's the blue here and there. Hard to explain what exactly the material is. The kind of bubble wrap, that kind of like plasticky, whatever they use. But that's what they use for like if you get one book from them. and it's a thin book, like even like Arcanum. That's what they give you. I don't know why they didn't just do like a Gemini, because eBay sellers do that. And honestly, like I could go on for like 15 minutes of why I hate Amazon, and I'm so close to just not buying books from them anymore. And I would not buy books from them anymore. If they were like eBay, where they took forever to come in, or forever to come in, then I wouldn't bother with Amazon anymore. Except for third-party sellers, of course. But Amazon, they're fast free shipping. So, all right, next book, and this is a great example of what I was saying to my cousin before. I think I said on, I did say it on a live stream. I was like, I said it with Logan, but was it when we were live streaming or not? But I had said that I had gotten a book a while back that there were so many little blemishes here and there that I would not be surprised to find out that the person that they were reading the book. The Amazon warehouse people were literally reading the book. And Logan honestly said, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised either. So this is another indication where I'm like, dog-eared cop. And this is brand spanking new too. It's Witchblade Volume 4, complete collection. Blemish here, shelfware. Was that it? Nope. And then here, just little things here and there. Again, I didn't bother getting a replacement. And then, if the light will allow it, yeah, like a little bend there. Like when you're erasing something on a piece of paper and there's like thing kind of thing. I'm not gonna show you guys what I'm talking about because I don't want this to get any worse. But this is Witchblade, and it's not. I don't honestly, like, are they even gonna come out with a book 5? You know, so it's not a big deal, big loss for me. Honestly, if I had to choose what books that are gonna get in worse condition than the others, I would sacrifice Witchblade. Trying to show the artwork. I hope it's visible enough. It's a big book and it's already damaged enough. Sorry, this one collects Witchblade 58 to 85. So some of Ron Mars's run. And that was another thing too. I was like, well, it's Ron Mars's Witchblade, and even if it's like only a few issues, I want to say it's like at least 80 to 85. But my pessimist ass is like, well, I don't have everything Ron Mars did. But the only reason why I got this, I got the first 3. You know, it's Witchblade. I'm interested in checking out Witchblade, so I always get the. I'll be collecting it in these complete collections. But yeah, definitely looks like it was used. Like, this is what, if I got this used very good, this is the exact condition I would expect it to come in. And I got this new and full price. And it was on pre-order, that's right too. This is a long time coming. So yeah, even more evidence that they probably do read the books in the Amazon warehouse. Like, I would have to, even if I was told they don't, is that the case for all the Amazon warehouses? I don't think so. The one that I ordered Witchblade from, they said, no, we don't do that. And they proved it to me. I still wouldn't believe them. Alright, the next one up is Big Man Plans, written by Eric Powell, with artwork by Tim Weish. In this one, it collects all 4 issues. Oh, sorry, it's written... Oh my god, fucking co-authors. God damn you. I'm so fucking sick of it. Because I look up the author, oh, he's done one other book. Wait till next month to get it. It's just so fucking annoying. Why do they do that shit? Say it. I mean, at least this. So this is a good example of where it's not like here. The artist is also Eric Powell. So it's 2 creditors. So yeah, credit them both at the same time. But they'll say like what's a good example? This book right here. They show for the Hive. They show all 3 names. So you, by process of elimination, you go A.J. Lieberman, Erica Henderson, and then whoever Aspizioso is. I don't even know if it's Eric Henderson or Erica Henderson, but it's annoying. And why does it piss me off? Well, how much of Big Man Plans was Eric Powell, and how much was Tim Weish? You know, it really it irritates me. But this is all 4 issues of. It's another indication. It's another way of was collects 1 through 4. And nice little artwork here. I do like nice little artwork. I don't know why I can't talk today. But here's the artwork. So it does, you get like pages like this. That's why I said the artwork is kind of cool. But then you'll get pages like this. But this was one that was a long time coming because I did not know. Here, I just want to look up the other author. I did not know. I guess I kept forgetting about it too. And there was a little stretch of time where I was like, there was a little stretch of time where I said to myself, hey, let's see what else Eric Powell did for Image. Look it up. And I never end up doing that. So, Tim. I spell his last name. I have to look this up real quick. W-I-E. S-C-H? S-C-H. Why do you have, like, really annoying last names? Alright. So you have Big Man Plans. Sponsored Big Man Plans. Big Man Plans. Okay. It's the only thing he did. Good. But there was one that I got in that the co-author had done several other Image books. And I was like, well, how much was this guy and how much was the other guy? That's what it is for me. It's kind of that game. And again, like, I got it because of Eric Powell. I'm very interested in Eric Powell's writing because I really like his writing. I'm really interested in checking out Big Man Plans because I really like Eric Powell's writing. He did that incredible, it was co-authored, of that incredible Any Game book. And then he also did The Goon, which I read the first volume of, and I adored it. And it was like, I loved that. It was really, really damn good. But yeah, it's annoying. Alright. Next up is, so tangent over. Next up is, actually, make sure this is 4 issues. Because it could be wrong on. Nope, it is 1 through 4. So 1 through 4 of Big Man Plans. Then we have The Hive, which is written by A.J. Lieberman. Oh, okay. Mike Henderson is the artist. Duh, should remember that. Eric, Eniki Esposito is the colors and letterist. So here's the artwork for The Hive. It was, what was it? Sex, Violence, and Bees. That's the tagline for this series. A.J. Lieberman did Term Life and Cowboy Ninja Viking for Image, and also Harvest, which I have on the Kindle because the hardcover was kind of hard to come by. But that was way before I did eBay, so there probably is an affordable copy of that, and it's in a good condition. It's in passable condition too, like, like maybe I'll use very good, but it's like a few blemishes here and there. But I decided to opt out of that and get it on the Kindle. That was a long time ago, and I'm kind of thinking now, like, well, maybe next month, but no, I can't. Actually, I can't do it next month because next month there's a bunch of new releases coming out. But this is the newest release from A.J. Lieberman. Like the first 4 issues, all 4 issues of The Hive. I'm sure it's an ongoing. That's why I'm not too hung up over that Harvest book, because I'm sure they'll announce issue 5 coming out in December or even January of next year. So, all right. So that was it, right? I showed the artwork. Oh, and he also did Graveyard Wars, which I remember really liking. That was not from Image, that was from Avatar Press. One of the other indie publishers that's somewhat recognizable. Alright. Witchblade Volume 2 by Marguerite Bennett, collecting 7 through 12 of Witchblade. And another little blemish here, it's a little bent. I don't know if the sunlight is showing that, but not a big deal there. But so, why am I getting... So I'm going to reiterate this point, because I've made this... I've said this before in the past. Well, if it was Spawn, if it was The Darkness, I wouldn't have included. I wouldn't feel the need to get that. Like, not Andy Diggle, the guy who wrote. I can't remember the name of the book now. I'm drawing a complete blank. But it was an author I really liked because I liked that one book. The View. Sean Lewis. So Sean Lewis has a Spawn series out right now, which I don't have any of those in my collection, but I still count everything else he did. You know, I don't count Spawn, as I need that to complete my Sean Lewis Image Comics run, or Image Comics, you know, whatever the hell I want to call it. The reason why that is because there's so many Spawn spin-offs, and just I don't include that. So and I said about Witchblade in the Darkness too. So why this? Well, this is the this is the modern ongoing, the newest reboot. So most modern reboot. So I decided to hell with it. We're gonna get the flop. We're gonna get the trades, and then we'll have everything. Then we'll count it as having everything that Marguerite Bennett did for Image. It's very silly to count that as the one exception, but it's also because I know the complete collections, if they even continue with them, are not going to collect this. At least I don't think they will. So it's not as you as it let on, if you take that into consideration. All right, so all of it is written by Marguerite Bennett. Line art is done by Giuseppe Camuncoli and Juan Fernandez. Or colorist is Arif Prenado. So Juan Fernandez did the holiday special, and then Witchblade 7 through 12 is the colorist is Arif Prenado, but same line artist. So yeah, 7 through 12 and the and I want to say material from the Top Cow holiday special. I didn't even know about it at all. There you go. Actually, I did, because I almost got it myself. I was like, wait a minute, I need that, don't I? Next up, and I just realized there's a huge blemish on this book, but it was used very good. It's right here. This is Bully Wars by Scotty Young. This one I have read before, so finally getting to one I read before. It's the only one, though. Alright, gotta hurry up. This is way too long, the video. Okay, so I think this is just issues 1 through 5 of Bully Wars. So how I feel about the series. When I read it back in the day, I really liked it. I liked the aesthetic. I know it's kiddie, it's E for everyone, so I had no real expectations or anything like that. And I left this book being pleasantly surprised. It's like a Cartoon Network early 2000s show put into comic book format. And that was exactly what I needed at the time, I guess. Alright, so artist is Aaron Conley. Colors is Jean-Francois Below. But it's all written by Scotty Young. And here is the artwork, which it does give off that early 2000s Cartoon Network vibe. I'm not saying I'm not gonna isolate it to just being Cartoon Network, but it was the number one thing that came to my mind back then when I first read this series. And I believe this is 1 through 5. Yes, 1 through 5 of Bully Wars. And then another Scotty Young book, and the reason why I did this is because as of Ain't No Grave and Bully Wars, this is all of Scotty Young's work that he's written that isn't I Hate Fairyland. I Hate Fairyland is an ongoing, it's going to be at least 50 issues, so I know it's going to be a long time before I get all of that. Because I want to get all at once, too, which that month's going to be very interesting. But anyways, Ain't No Grave, Scotty Young, and George Corona. Same creative team behind Middle West. So, writer, Scotty Young, artist, George Corona. And colored by Jean-Francois Below, so there you go. That rhymed. I believe this is all 6 issues of this miniseries. But yes, you got some Middle West vibes here. Especially here. On the second page. But, I know nothing about the series, other than it was a long time coming getting this one. And I believe it is... Nope, actually it's 5 issues. So, along with Bully Wars, there's only 5 issues. So, all 5 issues of this miniseries. Almost done here. The Infernals by Ryan Parrott and Noah Gardner. I got this because of the co-author, Noah Gardner. Now, I knew Ryan Parrott had written this series. That's why, for the longest time, I did not bother with the Infernals. But, at the end of the day, you know, it's the only thing... It's also the only thing that Ryan Parrott has written that's not Rogue Sun, another ongoing series. So I did my... Same thing I did with Scotty Young, and it did here. But then again, but also Noah Gardner, it's the only thing he's done for comic book work anyways. He's written some TV shows, actually it's one TV show, It's an Apple TV Plus show. I can't remember the name of it. It wasn't anything that I'd heard of before, but hey, Apple TV Plus. He's popular enough to be an Apple TV. He's popular enough to have an Apple TV Plus show, and I believe it's still going. It might have been a mini series. I don't know, but this one collects again 5 issues. Infernals 1 through 5. If I had Burnouts with me, it'd also be a 5-issue mini series, but I don't. Look like I might get that one on. I'm thinking, unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, I'm thinking it's gonna be a Tuesday. And second to last is The Strange Adventures of H.P. Lovecraft, which according to Amazon collects all 4 issues. So each issue must be a Prestige Plus book, and this is written by Mac Carter. Pencils and inks is Tony Salmons, and then cover art, producer, and colors is Adam Byrne. But this is the only thing that Mac Carter has ever done anywhere, like just at all. Now this book, it does look like it has blemishes, but that's the aesthetic. That's how every copy is gonna look, even if you got it right off the printing press. So it has like little things here. That's the aesthetic. So I wonder if I had not spent as much money as this. I spent a lot of money on this one. If I had instead, it's $2 more, so it was $18, $16.99 is the cover price. But if I got in the used very good copy, that was pretty affordable. It would have been half off the cover price. I wonder what the blemishes would have been on that book. But I wanted to go all out. Yep, 1 through 4. So 1 through 4 of H.P. Lovecraft. Or, sorry, The Strange Adventures of H.P. Lovecraft. It also looked interesting. Here's the artwork for the H.P. Lovecraft book. And just in case I forgot, when I go back in time, I'm going to show you the artwork for the Infernals. So here's the artwork for the Infernals. And who's the artist here? Because I don't think I said who it was. I did not. Artist was John J. Pearson with Lola Bonato. So there you go. And written by Ryan Parrott and Noah Gardner. The Infernals 1 through 5, Volume 1. Okay. And now, last and certainly not the least is Jack Kirby's Image too, by the way. Silver Star. This one I had no idea existed until I was looking up on Amazon. It's like, hey, what sales does Amazon have? And it was the last month. I waited a whole month in this book, and I showed this one. And this one is really cool because this is not obviously, because Jack Kirby's no longer with us, been dead since the 90s. But this is an original, like from the 80s, I think, or I think it was the 80s. But honestly, if you told me it was in the 70s, like early 70s, late 60s, I wouldn't bat an eye. This is like, it looks like Fantastic Four shit. And it's Image Comics. That is really cool. Image really needs to do more of this. More of these older books that are out of print. They get the rights. There you go. This collects 1 through 6. And I believe it's all Jack Kirby. Yeah, this is cool. Now, I know it's the aesthetic. Oh, well, if it was by any other publisher, you wouldn't be as impressed. Yeah, you're not wrong. Mike Royer is the inks and letters for issues 1 through 4. But 5 through 6 is inked and lettered by D. Bruce Berry. Colors is Janice Cohen for issues 1 through 4. And then issues 5 through 6 is Eric Larson, based in part on the original series colors by Tom Luth. Thank you, Eric Larson. I like that you did that. That's awesome. Couldn't just leave the original colors. Maybe it was colored incorrectly or something, or it's just ugly. I don't know. But here are the covers for Silver Star. So 1 through 6. Yeah, very cool to have this. And again, Image. And it was $34.99. This is an older book, so definitely the cover price is definitely it's Jack Kirby tax, I guess. But that, as they say, is that. This video is as long as the complete August haul is going to be, by minus 10 minutes. I've got to get my books. I got plans tonight, and I want to get all my reading done before then. So that, as I say, is that.